So this is a video I've been looking forward to. So we actually get what I'm assuming now is a full breakdown of Childe's abilities and how they work in battle. And just like a more in-depth look at the character, besides the fact that he looks really fucking cool and fun to use. We actually get to learn a little bit more about him and how he actually works in combat. So let's get right into it.
The Fatui from Snezhnaya are known to make waves wherever they go in Teyvat. And Tartaglia is a driving force within them. Of the 11 Harbingers, 10 concern themselves with clandestine operations. Tartaglia is the sole exception.
Oh.
Rather than lure his enemies into a trap, he prefers to face them head-on in one-on-one combat.
I like it.
The wind is picking up. There is conflict in the air.
His reputation precedes him. Childe is known far and wide as a fearsome warrior, well-versed in a variety of fighting forms.
Yeah.
He can switch stances at will, and has 2 distinct modes of attack at his disposal.
Well, he switches stances.
When Tartaglia is in your party, all characters' normal attacks gain 1 level, dealing increased damage as a result.
Damn.
Tartaglia is weakest with a bow, so he chooses to use one precisely to overcome this weakness. His normal attack can combo up to 6 consecutive shots. Charging the attack executes a more precise shot that deals increased damage.
Yeah.
While aiming, hydro energy accumulates on the arrowhead. A fully charged arrow will deal hydro damage to enemies on impact, and also apply the Riptide status to them.
Yeah, there's obviously an emblem sticking on.
When an enemy is affected by Riptide, further hits from Tartaglia's fully charged arrows deal multiple bouts of area of effect hydro damage.
God damn it.
Also, when Tartaglia defeats an enemy affected by Riptide, it causes a hydro burst, which applies the Riptide status to nearby enemies. Unlocking the talent Never Ending extends the duration of Riptide. Faced with a
It's already
strong
looking pretty
foe,
good.
Tartaglia will reveal his true might. When he casts his elemental skill, he summons weaponry fashioned from pure hydro, dealing hydro damage to surrounding enemies in the process, and also switches to his melee stance.
Burst.
In this stance, his normal attack now combos up to 6 consecutive hydro slashes. Charging the attack consumes stamina and releases a 2-slash flurry, dealing hydro damage. In melee stance, when Tartaglia strikes an enemy affected by Riptide, he deals area of effect hydro damage.
I just love the movements of the
Tartaglia
characters.
exits melee stance when his elemental skill is cast again, or after a certain time has elapsed. He then returns to his ranged stance, and his elemental skill enters cooldown. The longer Tartaglia spends in melee stance, the longer the cooldown time.
Oh, okay.
After unlocking the talent Sword of Torrents, when in melee stance, if Tartaglia deals a critical hit, the Riptide status is applied to the enemy.
His damage
Depending
potential
on
sounds
Tartaglia's
insane.
stance, his elemental burst will unleash one of 2 different attacks.
Riptide!
In ranged stance, Tartaglia swiftly fires a hydro-imbued magic arrow ahead of him, which deals area of effect hydro damage,
Okay.
and also applies the Riptide status to enemies. Afterwards, Tartaglia regains some of his spent energy.
Shouldn't let your guard down.
In melee stance, Tartaglia performs a slashing attack with a wide area of effect, dealing substantial hydro damage to all surrounding enemies. And if the elemental burst hits an enemy affected by Riptide, the Riptide effect will be consumed in a hydro explosion, which deals area of effect hydro damage.
Damn, this guy sounds
Tartaglia is a
fantastic.
formidable warrior who lives for the heat of battle. He chooses his moments to attack and retreat, and is tactical when selecting his mode of attack. This is what makes him so powerful. Faced with a single opponent, start by firing at them from a distance to apply the Riptide status. Then, enter melee stance and go in for the kill. Use fast and frequent attacks to trigger Riptide effects and deal immense damage. Against groups of enemies, build up energy in advance, and unleash an elemental burst in ranged stance to apply the Riptide status to the group. Then enter melee stance. and attack the enemies affected by Riptide, hacking away at their health while also restoring Tartaglia's energy.
Yeah, like from the description
Wait for an
before, he
opportune
already
moment
seemed like an
to
insane
unleash another
damage dealer, but
elemental
now they're
burst
just showing
and
it.
take them all out in one go, bringing the battle to a clear-cut conclusion. Few know where Tartaglia acquired his fighting skills before becoming a Harbinger. Nor do many know where his lust for combat originates. There is a dangerous secret to the martial legacy he inherits, but it is one that even he himself does not fully understand. Since becoming a Fatui Harbinger, fighting for the Tsaritsa is his new motivation as a warrior. Childe is the Tsaritsa's weapon of war, and he stands for the might of Snezhnaya. An icy storm is starting to blow towards the other nations. Brace yourselves. Tevat is about to get cold.
No, pretty much what I expected. He's just like an absolute badass of a Hydro user. No, I honestly don't know what else I can say about this character. Like, from the bits we've seen before, we knew he was fast moving, he's a damage dealer, he had range and melee capabilities. And now obviously he's got like, a bit of a dot here too that can be activated with his elemental skill.
To a clear-cut conclusion.
Yeah, just looks fucking awesome.
His fighting skills
yeah. Another 5-star character we all want to get.
There is a dangerous
so let me know, guys, like once again, this is just reinforcing, I think he's one of the best looking and, probably, potentially anyway from what they've shown, viable characters in the whole goddamn game. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and hey guys, good luck in getting Childe in your draws, alright? Talk to you later.